Content Catchup.
I want to jump onto the Phoenix Suns Twitter game. I want to give them a big kudos because I think background. So NBA season's in the bubble. It's in Disney World. Um, Phoenix Suns weren't expected to do much, but they went out and got. Um, they were undefeated. They went 8-0. I'm going to share my screen, so I'll see if this works. But I thought their Twitter game and personality was pretty funny, and I think not a lot of people would go as far as they did. Um, Examples being, I want to actually scroll their Twitter. So they went eight.
That'd be helpful.
Yeah, thanks. They went 8-0. Nobody expected them to, but I think I want to know if you think this sort of talking, this sort of language, and the way they went about it was too fan base, or if you're a fan of it. So things they did included asking. This was mid game, so they asked for photoshops of campaign, and Cameron Payne isn't. He's like a bit of a joke of a player in a way. Like the Twitter world would just have a laugh at bagging him. So they went and got. They basically went along with bagging him. This is how I read it. They were also doing, because they went 8-0. They were doing live tweeting of opposition games for if the opposition won, they would make the playoffs. So I think the Memphis Grizzlies or something had to win, and they turned their account into like a Memphis Grizzlies fan account.
So that's pretty cool.
Yeah. See if any of this. I think this is where they started to get on their run.
So what's the background to it? Could they have made the finals at all?
Yeah, so they did their part. They just needed other teams to win.
Yeah.
So here they think, no. Welcome to our new television show, Comedy Central roast of all the people sleeping on us.
Wow.
Do you think stuff like that? Because obviously, I reckon if you're on that team, you'd just be like, you'd find it funny, but then you're asking for backlash.
Yeah, I always find this one like a real like a difficult one, because I do love it. I love it's almost arrogance of it all, and like
who's next?
Yeah, but the risk you run is that it always comes crashing down. Like it's always going to stop at some point. I still rate it though.
Yeah, I love it.
I think if you can pull it off in a way that like you're not pissing off your team, like, because that's who you're really worried about at the end of the day. Like fans will have their say.
Yeah.
But like if you're making in this case, like the basketball department really angry, are you like, is it worth it?
Yeah. I mean, the thing that worked in their favor is they did win all their games, but could you imagine if they didn't and they had a chance to make the playoffs and then they stuffed up their last game? Like that just looks stupid on that behalf. But that's why I think that takes big kahunas to actually do that and risk being the face of the Phoenix Suns if you just buckle under pressure.
Yeah. Risk versus reward, I reckon, like once you get on a run, you may as well.
Yeah. I think I saved this one. Josh Hart, New Orleans Pelicans player, so opposition player, gives him a shout out. I think that's funny.
That's always good.
And they did petty things like this. So I think for them to make it, Grizzlies and Blazers needed to lose.
Okay.
They just keep doing that, and I think they were trying to purposely do little things like that to get in the head. But yeah, do you like that? Would you go that far?
See, I think that would honestly piss me off if I was like the opposition. If I was seeing that and I was the Memphis Grizzlies, I'd be like, who is this idiot? One example I can think of here is in the BBL, Hobart Hurricanes. I think they went on a run and they changed their like Twitter name to the amount of wins they'd had. Like they had WWWW.
Oh yeah.
And then they lost, obviously, like, because you're always going to lose. And they went on a streak of losses. And it's like...
Did they change the name when they lost?
Yeah, they changed it. They changed it back. And, like, I think it's good, like, if you understand from both sides that it's just a bit of fun. At the end of the day, it's like, it's Twitter. It's not like it's going to change anyone's life dramatically.
No,
I don't know.
but
What do you think? Would you ever do it?
I think I would. I I think it's really in the moment though, because the thing I'd be interested in is the conversations between this person and either their manager or the other people on that team.
Yeah.
Because I think as I said, you've got to have a lot of sort of guts to do it, but it does. If you think about it realistically, we know what it's like if someone we worked with went out and did that without talking to anyone. Would you
Yeah.
would you sort of cringe a bit, even though you'd appreciate it and laugh at it?
See, that's what I wonder as well. Do you, in my head, they've gone out like strategically and they've gone, hey guys, we've won. How many games did they start after? 4? Like that's when they started real talking
I think
smack, or
around the 4-5-5-0, I think.
yeah. So like after that point, I envision they have like a meeting and they're going, hey guys, we're 4-0. Why don't we have some fun with this? And they present like this idea of, let's just be a little bit arrogant because, what have we got to lose at this stage? I think it's fun. I think you can have fun with, and this is probably like another conversation, but like you can have fun with the opposition without like poking too much fun of them. Like that Memphis, the good morning, everyone except Memphis. Like, I think that's easy. That's not really harming anyone. Like, it's not like you're saying Memphis, you're shit. Like,
Yeah. I don't know. I think more on good on it, do it, and then apologize later. But that's probably not.
yeah.
That's not always going to work. I guess like other sports as well. Like, can you think of? Let's steer away from footy, but you follow your hockey. Can you think of personalities or an account that you really love? They go away the way they go about things.
Well, the ones that did it originally that like started all this like smart ass tweeting and stuff were the LA Kings, and they did it phenomenally. Like they were the first ones to do this. I would almost fight anyone that said that they weren't,
Yeah, wow.
because I am convinced I'm right.
Let's get this off.
But they just started like they don't, when they cover a game, they don't tweet about the game. They tweet about like all the stuff that's happening on the sidelines, like the funny stuff, like on the bench. And
I sort of like that because I feel like anybody, like you can follow, like even with footy, if 7AFL and the broadcast will tweet what's happening.
yeah,
What is the purpose of our account or their account?
I think that's a big one. And I think like that's where the Suns one is like, or the Phoenix Suns, not the Gold Coast Suns. Phoenix Suns one's quite cool because you're right. Like you've got the NBA app or you've got NBA Live when you're watching it. What are you actually going to your phone to go through Twitter for?
Exactly.
Like,
I know.
which is where I think,
Sorry, I know my answer to that is humor and behind the scenes content. Like that's why you're tuning into teams
yeah,
accounts.
it's always obviously a lot easier when you're winning. It's
Yeah.
like, it's very hard to be funny when you're 30 points down. So